Is your money sitting in a savings account and losing its value? Let us tell you how your hard-earned money can work harder for you with First Capital. Hi, I'm Thinuri Jayathalaka from First Capital, a pioneering investment institution in Sri Lanka with over 40 years of expertise in capital markets. Here with me, I have Mr. Ranuku De Silva, Vice President of First Capital Asset Management Limited. Hi, Ranu.
Hi, Thinuri.
So, Ranu, to start off, what advice would you give somebody who is new at investing?
So fundamentally, what you are looking is to beat inflation. That means you need to have an investment that gives you above inflation. That's what you're going to fundamentally look at. That's the way you can preserve purchasing power and you don't lose actual purchasing value in terms of your money that you have hard-earned money that actually don't lose their value there. I mean, I think it better sounds with like a small example. Let's say you have 100,000 rupees in a traditional savings, which offering you about 3%, and let's say hypothetically your inflation is at 5%. So at the end of the year, of a whole year, you're going to have 103 in terms of your balance. And if you look at inflation, that's 5. So that's 5% on the 100, and you will be left with 98,000 in real terms. So that doesn't mean your bank balance is 98, but your purchasing power per se is going to be 98,000. So that's why you need to find a safe and a reasonable investment or a prudent investment that's going to beat that for you. And in that sense, I would say unit trusts are a very good investment vehicle for that, or an investment option that you can use to beat inflation on your investment.
That was actually very insightful, Ranu. But if I were to ask you, what exactly is a unit trust fund? Because we all know how fixed deposits and savings accounts work. How exactly would a unit trust fund help your money grow?
So interesting. When you said unit trust, so there's simply, if you will put it very simply, it's a pooled fund where you'll have many investors coming into this pooled fund, and that pooled fund in return will be managed by a professional fund manager who will invest these funds to give a very attractive return. So when I say attractive return, also depends on the asset class. That means whether you want to go for fixed income funds or equity related funds or government security funds. So there are varied funds that you can select. So according to your requirement, according to your appetite, you can go for these investments in different unit trusts, or you can have a mix of these unit trusts invested as to your liking.
So if I understand that correctly, Ranu, it's like owning a sophisticated car that you couldn't afford on your own. Like you see a car you want, you get together with your friends, you pool in the money, you buy the car, and then you share the benefits after.
So that's quite an analogy to use as well. So yes, in the same light. So it's like a car you can't afford on your own. What you would do is you will get a group of your friends together and you will invest in this vehicle, or you buy that vehicle and you'll start reaping the benefits. So unit trust funds are quite similar. So if you take an example of a money market unit trust, this will deliver attractive returns to you, and also it will earn return on return for you as well. Plus you have that liquidity comfort where you can withdraw your money anytime. Right? And also you can start with as little as 1,000 rupees for starting an investment, and as little as 1,000 will also start earning you returns on that investment.
Actually, Ranu, are unit trust funds and mutual funds the same? Because I've heard so much about mutual funds, right? And also compared to Sri Lanka, why are mutual funds so popular in other countries?
So mutual funds and unit trust, they're just structural differences that there will be in these instruments. But something interesting that you asked is especially about the popularity of these funds. India is a very good example for that. India has done a lot of educational programs, and regulators, the unit trust industry, everybody has been very keen on this. So you've seen that growth. So if you look at the AUM size, it's as big as 27% of the banking deposit base. And if you look at the industry per se, when I said there was education, there was people's education about the product, etc. going forward. So that has bared fruit, because you've seen the asset base growing from about 26 trillion Indian rupees to about 66 trillion Indian rupees in a span of 5 years. So that's about 150% growth. So that's how popular this has become in the recent past for India.
So, are there any type of unit trust funds we can explore at First Capital?
So, Tinuri, at First Capital, we have a range of unit trust funds. So, we have from short term to medium term to long term. So, if you look at short term, we have our First Capital Money Market Fund and the First Capital Money Plus Fund. So, there you can put your money in any time and take it out anytime. So, you have that liquidity comfort. And if you look at medium term funds, we have the First Capital Wealth Fund, and on a longer term fund, we have the First Capital Equity Fund. So, depending on your risk and return objectives or your requirement, you can select one fund or a group of funds where you want to invest, and then you can start your investment journey from there.
Are there any other investment avenues we can explore at First Capital?
Yes, Thierry. So one can start investing with First Capital Equities, which where you can directly start investing in the stock market. We also have an award-winning research team that provides research to the client base, and they have a monthly webinar that's called Stock Talk, where they discuss in terms of the overall macro environment, and also they have their stock picks. So with that, you can have a very tailor-made investment strategy as to your requirement.
Great. And I believe there are also other options where we can invest in government securities, right?
Yeah. So, Tinuri, yes, we have First Capital Treasuries, which is a leading primary dealer appointed by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. So, through First Capital Treasuries, we can start investing in treasury bills, treasury bonds, and also start investing in repo investments. So some of these repos will are structured that they will give you a monthly interest. So anybody looking for government security investments, this will be a very good medium to go through to invest in government securities.
So for my final question, how do we start investing with First Capital?
So Thierry, investing with First Capital is very simple. We are a 100% digitalized system that we have. You can log into our website, you can sign up and follow the steps, and you can start investing very easily with First Capital.
So it's time to think smart about why our hard-earned money is losing its value over time. So start investing with First Capital to make your hard-earned money work harder for you.